Hi, this is Terry Brock with a special video message that I've got for my fellow Steemians, those of you that are watching D-tubers, I guess we'd call us, and Steemians, and something that is going to be particularly helpful for people who want to really help others. You want to save the planet. You want to help others. You really, sincerely, I'm not talking about in some silly way, but you really want to do it. And people that are doing certain activities that might not be doing as much as they could. A lot of millennials are like this, a lot of other people as well. But this one is based on an article that I saw in the Wall Street Journal from Andy Kessler. Let's take a look at that right now. It's advice to new grads to scale or bail. Want to change the world? Don't bother volunteering. Get a real boring job. Now, before you get turned off and go, I don't know about this, pay attention. This one I had me going, wow, dropping my jaw going, this is amazing. And hey, remember, I'm the jaded journalist. In journalism school, they teach us to sit back and go, yeah, right. Sure. So I'm like that, but I'm reading this and going, whoa, this is damn good. I like it. So he says here, dear grads, how you can make an impact on the world. Michael Keaton told Kent State students, I'm Batman. And he was right. And others are talking about what to do, have courage, needed more and more. That's Amal Clooney and what they've done. Well, there's a way to do it. Now, here's something that I thought was really important, what Andy Kessler said in this Wall Street Journal article. Many of you graduates think you want socially conscious careers, giving back, fighting injustice, and making difference. Hey, I would say that's a good thing to do. That is a good thing to do that. But what we want to do is do it in the maximum way possible. Those of you that are watching this, you're probably using Steemit. You're probably using D-Tube and maybe some Steep Shot, and you're probably using some D-Sound, D-Live, other tools that are out there that are really, really good. I enjoy working with busy.org. I enjoy doing some of these B-Steam, very good, E-Steam, a lot of tools out there, and you got to be kind of smart to do it. Well, I want you to not waste your efforts. Listen to what he says here. When he talks about that it's really important. There's a word that is probably never mentioned to you by your professors, scale. No, not the stuff on the bottom of your bong or bathtub. It's the concept of taking a small idea and finding ways to implement, keyword there, underline that one and red flag it, implement for thousands or millions or even billions. Without scale, ideas are no more than hot air. Stop doing the one-off two-step. It's time to scale up. You see, what you can do, think about it. You can go out and serve food to someone in a homeless shelter and give them a ladle of soup and pour it in their dish. That's good, okay? Good. You get a good feeling and feel warm and cozy, and really, seriously, you're doing something good. But instead of doing that, what if you went out and figured out how to do, as Andy talks about in the article here, 3D printing for houses and eliminated housing problems and shortages for a given village? Think about how you can develop the skills to do even more. Think about how instead of working to treat those that are sick and helping the sick, which is a good idea. And yes, we do need that. Okay, I'm not saying that's against it. Don't say, oh, no, you don't want to help. No. We do want to help them, and there's a place for that. But what if we take an even longer-term view and you say, hey, let's get diseases eradicated. Let's study biochemistry, medicine. Get out there and roll up your sleeves, learn the stuff, go to school, get the degrees, get the certifications that you need to become a real bona fide biochemist or medical doctor or scientist that understands how to do this and eradicate the whole disease so people don't get that way. I want you to think about, as he says here, scale or bail. Scale it up. Think about what you're doing. And I'm going to say this, I'm getting really, really personal here now with Steemit, with D-Sound, with D-Tube, these wonderful tools that are Steep Shot, D-Live, and there's more coming all the time. These are marvelous tools. I am blown away. Look, I've been in media since I was in high school. That was a long time ago. So I was in there. I'm 62 now. And when I was 17 years old, 16 actually, I started in newspapers and I did a lot. I saw the benefit of getting your message out to a large group of people and letting them see it. When I was 16, I wrote a story for a state senator. I was in Michigan at the time. And the people looked at that. They liked what I did. And later, the first of that next year, they needed someone to help out in a big, big task. And that task was Richard Nixon had just been reelected. It was January of 1973. They asked Terry Brock, me, as a 16-year-old kid, I turned 17 in 74 or in February, They wanted me to go to Washington, D.C., and I covered Richard Nixon's inauguration. Now, for a little kid of age 16, whoo, oh my goodness, that was flooring me, blowing me away. But I was glad I did it because it opened up my eyes to the world, where we could be. And I got into radio soon after that. I was over a third of the state of Michigan with people hearing me all over the place, talking about Family Life Radio, WUNN, 1110 on your AM dial from Mason, or WUFN, 96.7 on your FM dial from Albion, Michigan. See, I still say it like that. But I would do that, and I learned the importance of scaling. Scaling is important. Rather than just reaching one person, which is good, reach a lot. Well, for me, it was mass media. My undergrad degree was radio, TV, newspaper. I'm a journalist by training. My MBA was in marketing. I went on to study that so I could learn about business. That's what I did. I want you to think about what you can do for you that's going to be a big thing, and train your brain. Be merciless in making your brain obey, okay? Get out there and learn something that's really valuable to the world and something that you can scale. That is the key. As Andy Kessler says in this magnificent article here, he said down here at the bottom, if you don't think I'm incredible, you too can listen to Bono. As he told Georgetown students a few years ago, entrepreneurial capitalism takes more people out of poverty than aid. Of course it does. Want to change the world? Stop doing one-off volunteering and scale up. And that's what I'm going to encourage you, my fellow Steemians, and whatever platform else you're using to bolster this. We are on the verge of something enormously powerful. Those people, Ned, and the people that are in charge of Steemit at the top, the witnesses, my hat is off to you. Compliment you for what you are done, the whales that are supporting this whole movement. It's giving a voice to the average person. One person can have a voice and reach literally millions or even potentially billions. You can do it. You got to be good, though. You got to be willing to pay the price. And stop whining that nobody's listening to your stuff. Nobody's upvoting you. Well, you got to give us a good damn reason why, okay? Because everybody was saying, hi, vote me, upvote me, upvote me. Well, you got to be really good. And if someone's not really good, hey, don't upvote them. You know, I'm not saying don't downvote. I don't think you ought to downvote except in very, very, very rare cases. And there are some where, yes, it's good. But upvote, and upvote very carefully, because you know you only have so many upvotes in a day. I love the Steemit platform. I want you to scale up in a serious way. That means you're going to roll up your sleeves, notice this, roll up your sleeves, study, and learn something really valuable. Not that you think is just nifty and cool and groovy. You want something that the world says, hey, that's really good. She knows how to do that. Ooh, I like that thing she did on the video there. Ooh, I like that. That's what you want, because this is just, I look at Steemit as training ground for us to learn how to do stuff in other environments as well. Because if you can do something on Steemit that really helps a lot of people, there's other places you can put it. Yes, on YouTube, Vimeo, and a host of other video formats. So here's my challenge to you, my fellow Steemians. First of all, God, I love you to pieces, and I want the very best for you. Scale up and get going on it. Scale or bail, as Andy Kessler says here in this marvelous article on the Wall Street Journal. What do you think? I want to hear from you. Drop me a note here. I'm on Steemit, Terry Brock, real simple, TerryBrock, Terry Brock on Steemit, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for joining me today.